Tale of the tape for Miguel Cotto against Zab Judah. A 3-year age advantage for the Puerto Rican fighter. And at some point in his career, Cotto's tour through the welterweight division may require him to take on much taller opponents, but not yet. Judah's height advantage over Cotto, only 3/4 of an inch here. An arm length advantage measured from the armpit to the end of the fist of 1.5 inches for Cotto. And they both weighed in slightly under the 147-pound limit. Unofficial weights not available here tonight in the state of New York. Rules of the bout with our unofficial ringside scorer, Harold Letterman.
The Zab Judah Miguel Cotto fight is scheduled for 12 rounds using the unified rules of the Association of Boxing Commissions. There is no 3-knockdown rule. Only the referee can stop the fight in case the cut is caused by an accidental headbutt. We go to the scorecards after 4 rounds have been completed, and you cannot be saved by the bell in any round, including the 12th and final round. Jim!
Zab Judah is returning from a 1-year suspension imposed by the Nevada State Athletic Commission after his meltdown and the riot which ensued in the 10th round of his fight April 8 last year against Floyd Mayweather. He had 1 appearance in April. It ended in less than 1 round with a no contest decision, so functionally he's had less than 2 minutes of boxing in the ring in about a year and 3 months. What effect on him, Larry Merchant?
Well, he says that this has given him a chance to take a fresh look at himself. Judging by his weight, 145 pounds or so, he has trained very, very seriously. The question I ask myself is how does this young man maintain his self-belief in himself as a superstar after some of his recent misadventures? Is he just in denial? Is he just delusional? Or does he know something that most others don't, Emmanuel?
Well, this is common for most fighters. Most fighters don't like to face reality. Reality is not favoring them. And this is a typical case of that. I guess that he still is believing what he did with Corey Speaks in the rematch with Corey in his hometown. He can duplicate that again tonight.
He knocked out Corey Spinks before 23,000 people in St. Louis and said that he made them root for him. Fact is, he hasn't had an official pro win in 2 years, but he's thought of himself as a superstar ever since his amateur days.
And I think you have to have that type of attitude in order to be able to compete in any sport, whether it's real or not. But he believes in himself, and still his skills are still intact. That's why a lot of people are still betting back and forth. They know that he's still talented in terms of his skill.
He won 3 golden medals here in the golden, in the amateurs, in the Golden Gloves. He won 3 times in New York, and that's what set him off on this trajectory as a young star that many other people believed in and still believe in.
Well, in fact, in '96 during the Olympic trials, he was one of he and Floyd Mayweather were like back-to-back the 2 superstars and multiple talented fighters during those Olympic Games trials here.
And he fought very well in the first 4 rounds against Floyd Mayweather last April before ultimately succumbing to Mayweather's precision and Mayweather's emotional control. And talk about emotional control. Miguel Cotto weighed 10 pounds less on the scale yesterday than he did when he began boxing as a portly 11-year-old 15 years ago.
And you know, when you think of Cotto, the thing that comes to my mind, consistent performer. When I think of Zab Judah, the word comes to my mind, inconsistent performer. Those are the 2 factors that really I think most people believe that they give the edge to Cotto based on that.
This is the only fighter signed by Top Rank Boxing out of the Sydney Olympics in the year 2000. They put a ton of stock in him, Larry Merchant.
Yeah, in part because of his professional style, in part because he comes from Puerto Rico, a land of champions, where he would get this kind of a following that we're seeing here tonight if he was successful. And they brought him along beautifully. He's met all different types of fighters, and no young fighter has been better prepared for what could be a good test.
It's the 3rd consecutive year when Cotto has fought here in Madison Square Garden on the eve of the Puerto Rican Day Parade. 2 years ago, he avenged an amateur loss by knocking out Muhammad Abdullayev. Last year, he got a flashy decision over Paulie Malignaggi, breaking Malignaggi's cheekbone and beating him up. Tonight, he looks for win number 3 on the eve of the parade. Let's go to Michael Buffer for the official introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Mecca of sports and entertainment and the home of world-class boxing, Madison Square Garden, New York City, USA, Bob Arum's Top Rank Incorporated is proud to present the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the WBA Welterweight Championship of the World. Brought to you in association with Prize Fight Boxing Promotions, sponsored by Puerto Rico Turismo and La Cerveza Más Fina Corona Extra. Sanctioned by the New York State Athletic Commission, Chairman Ron Scott Stevens, and the World Boxing Association, Supervisor at ringside, Sebastian Contursi. At ringside, the 3 judges scoring this bout on the 10-point system, John McKay, Tom Schreck, and Nelson Vasquez. And inside the ring, the referee in charge of the action at the bell, Arthur Mercanti. And now, for the thousands in attendance here at Madison Square Garden and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, Boricuas, let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing red with black, official weight 145 pounds. His professional record, 34 victories, including 25 knockouts, with 4 defeats, 2 no contests. From Brooklyn, New York, the 2-time champion, former light welterweight world champion, and former undisputed welterweight champion of the world, Zab Super Judah. And fighting out of the red corner, wearing white, red, and blue, official weight 146 1/2 pounds. He has a perfect professional record consisting of 29 bouts, 29 victories, including 24 knockouts. From Caguas, Puerto Rico, the former light welterweight world champion and the reigning, defending, undefeated WBA welterweight champion of the world, Miguel Angel Cotto.
Everybody out. Chief second only. Everybody out. Mike.
Good evening, gentlemen. You received the rules earlier tonight by the New York State Athletic Commission. Let's have a nice, clean fight. Touch gloves. Good luck to both of you. God bless. Let's go toe-to-toe.
This is talent and attitude, Judah, against toughness and character in Cotto. Toughness and character don't always carry the day, but tonight it's a 2-to-1 favorite.
Let's go, Miguel.
Just as was the case a month ago. For Floyd Mayweather and Oscar De La Hoya, both fighters are visibly, magnificently conditioned for the fight.
And I think very focused too.
And Miguel Cotto starts things off with a straight right hand against the southpaw stance of Zabdil Judah. Judah, by almost everybody's estimation, is quicker and has more hand speed. He says he also has more power. Cotto takes a little bit longer to make his mark in the fight. Ultimately, he focuses below the chest. Zab Judah says Miguel Cotto is a C-class fighter. He's never faced somebody who is a superb boxer with power, and that's me.
Well, every time that Cotto makes a move right now, he takes a big step that almost like runs in the punch. And he's going to have to be a little careful with that. Right now, particularly while Zab is sharp. See there?
And he gets caught with a big left-hand counter-punch shot.
Yeah,
and Zab believes that he hurt Cotto.
Yeah, that's what I said.
And he's going to go after him right away.